Hello there. After a windy spell of weather, it certainly was a lot quieter across the region throughout today. And the good news is, as we go through the next few days, calm and settled conditions for many of us. It should be staying mostly dry out there, and it's going to be feeling a little bit warmer too. So you can see we've still got some cloud and rain at times and blustery winds across the far north of the UK. But for us, we've got high pressure building in across the south, and that means for most of our area, we'll be staying largely dry and those winds will be fairly light too. Now, coming back to the rest of this evening and tonight, well, there may just be the odd shower around, but for most of us it will be dry, and as we edge overnight, clear skies for many, so there will be a few pockets of mist and fog in places, and that's of our temperatures dipping down to around 11 degrees. Although mist and fog will lift as we move into Monday morning, and for many of us a good deal of sunshine to start the day. Now, the cloud will start to bubble up as we move through the afternoon, but it should be staying dry out there, more in the way of sunshine, and those winds will be light too, and the winds coming in from a west to southwesterly direction. It's going to be feeling pretty warm for the time of year. Highs there at around 19 degrees. 19 is 66 in Fahrenheit. Now, as we move on through the week, you can see we have got this front up towards the north of us, bringing some cloud and rain, so we may see cloudier skies across northern parts of our region with a little bit of patchy rain in places, but for most of us still a good deal of dry weather in the forecast. Those winds are remaining light. Now, by day our temperatures are roughly around average for the time of year. We'll see the return of the fairly chilly night. See you a bit later on. Bye bye. Hello there. After a very windy spell of weather, it's been a much quieter end to the week for many of us, and the good news is it is looking rather calm as we go through the next few days. So staying settled for most of us, largely dry conditions, and it's going to be feeling rather warm for the time of year too. So this is the setup. You can see we have got some blustery winds still across the far north of the UK and some rain at times here, but we've got high pressure building back in from the south, and hopefully that will influence the weather in our part of the world, keeping us largely dry. Now, in the meantime, for the rest of this evening, well, still a chance of the odd very light shower, but for most of us it will be largely dry, and we'll see clearing skies as we edge overnight too, with those light winds that will allow a few pockets of mist and fog to form in places. Temperatures dipping down to around 9 degrees in Hereford. So mist and fog will lift as we move through Monday morning, and for most of us we'll get to see some beautiful autumnal sunshine. Bits and pieces of cloud around at times as we move through the afternoon, but it shouldn't spoil things. For most of us it's a fine looking day out there, lovely spells of sunshine. The winds will be light, and that air is coming up from a west to southwesterly direction, so that's going to give the temperatures a bit of a boost too. We're expecting highs there up to around 19 degrees in Birmingham, that is 66 in Fahrenheit. And then looking further ahead, we can see we have got this front moving into northern parts of the UK. It could just clip parts of our region as we go through this week, but for most of us, give or take the odd shower, still a good deal of dry weather in the forecast. Those winds will be light, although we will see the return of the fairly chilly night. See you a bit later on. Bye bye.